Ready?
Say when.
We're win.
Damn it, Lynn! Are you taking pictures of my ass again?
Of course.
Ah! All right, so how I spent the apocalypse dudes and dudettes. Oh, I was almost a sexist again. Okay, so this particular one is about reinventing things that you've already done on your farm and about maintenance. Doesn't matter how nice the stuff you build is, if you don't maintain it, it falls completely to shit. Okay, so my son and I, my son the genius, bazillion years ago, we dug a huge hole. If you look around the outside, you can see how big the pond originally was. We dug that great big hole and we poured it full of cement, and it was about, well, the bathtubs are in the bottom of it, so it was pretty deep. And I made it for a lot of reasons. I made it for a fish pond, but I also made it to be big enough that my son could play in it because he was 11 at the time. So I built all of this, and originally the pool, the water came up through that rock thing and it made a waterfall that ran into the pond. Okay, so, and that's all just crap and garbage and put together and stuff. Okay, so lots of things happened. I built little flower beds around it. I built that bottle wall bench. That was actually a bench. You can hardly ever sit on it though because the water irises get this big, but I just trimmed the water irises down. I usually trim them down just as soon as they bloom, but life happened this year. Okay, you can see it's a mess. See how low the dirt has gone down now? Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, because it's usually
But what
up
I
all
did
around.
was a few years ago when this started to leak, after what, 22, 23 years
Yeah.
of service, I decided to do something different because I thought, you know, in another 23 years, I'm gonna be too freaking old to be redoing all this concrete. So what I did was I was at a yard sale and it was the end of their sale and they had these two ginormous claw-leg tubs with no claws. I got them both for 30 bucks. Okay, so I brought them and I stuck them in this hole. The bridge was already here. The bridge was here from the beginning. But the bridge I made by just building a form. I built a form and put aluminum signage that I found. Yes. I put aluminum signs that I had found down. I built a form up underneath it. I poured it and then I took all the boards away, and so we have a suspended bridge over it. Okay, but when I put the bathtubs in, I just had the two ends go in underneath, so it looks like it's one continuous pool. It is not. That's two bathtubs stuck together with a piece of pipe held in place with silicone. It works really good. The fish even swim through the pipe from one pool to the other. Okay, so this was my fix for it to make it work again. Well, it needs to be repaired, always does. You always have to maintain. So what I'm getting ready to do is build the dirt back up, get the pump running again. The pump that's in there runs, but it's not pumping water. So I'm gonna have to change it out. Now, always when you're doing something like that, the first thing you do is try to get the one you have running. Well, I know this one does not run because I tried 3 times this morning. So I'm just gonna take the old hose off. Now this is one of my genius ideas, people, so keep watching. Okay, so I have cords, right? I don't want the water to get on the cords. I don't want rain to get on the cords. And of course I keep this cord box under there. This cord box is made out of an old Folgers can. And as you can see, there's no water in there, right? So it keeps the connection dry. Okay, so I'm gonna take that apart and I'm gonna have to put in a new pump. Now, new pumps, oh, they're expensive. No, they're not if you look at the right place. I got this pump, and here's the thing, I will take this pump and see if I can figure out why it runs but doesn't pump water. So it's not going in the trash yet because hello, it's me. All right, so I got another one. I got these pumps. They were at a railroad damage place Normally for this kind of pump, you'll pay 30, 40 bucks. I got them for $4 a piece.
And so you bought
I
at
bought
least
two.
Yeah.
I bought two because I'm like, yeah, because I know how often they burn up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and hook this all up to the old stuff, plug it in. But what I want Lynn to do now is I'm going to have her go away, and I'm going to have her come back, and not yet. I'm going to have, don't start, damn it, Lynn! Not right now! Okay, so first I got to clean, the old filter box needs to be cleaned. Those are called bio balls, and you set your filter down in them. And again, old Folgers can. It's punched full of holes to allow the water to come into the filter. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, not right now, I'm going to have Lynn go away in a second, and I'm going to have her come back and show you how it looks when you just clean it up. Because it's not going to take me that long, but you don't want to fucking watch the whole time. Besides which, we have to watch Mother. We can't get away from her for more than 5 minutes. Okay, so what I want her to show you is how far it's driven, because this was originally in the dirt.
Yeah.
But the dirt has gone down. And if she'll get a picture of inside there and underneath there, you see what you're looking at? Old bottles and old light bulbs. In other words, when I put these tubs in, I filled around them first with garbage that I couldn't recycle. And then I threw dirt on them. So I'm getting ready to, that's what I needed the dirt from the chicken yard for. I'm getting ready to refill it in with dirt, rehook up the pump, and turn this back into a magical little garden. And I will have her come out and look again. So, now you can turn it off, Len. Okay, so it's about 2 hours and 2 wheelbarrows full of dirt later. And this is what it looks like. Now, I want to say real quickly that when we first built this, we built it because we were broke. We were broke, and I like to do projects and have something for the kids to play in and stuff like that. And I always wanted a fish pond, so when I built the first fish pond, Meyer was 11 and he's 38 now?
Yeah.
So a long time ago.
27 years ago.
When I built the original fish pond. So, and the reason why I like to build with concrete when I'm broke is because you can build part of it, walk away, come back and build some more, and concrete's fairly cheap. So, at any rate, so this was what I built. You know, and I built it a little bit at a time. I built the pond, and then I built the walkways, and then I built those 2 little turrets. And then I built these great big rocks that you're seeing. Those aren't rocks. I built those too. They're made out of a pile of trash. That one literally has 2 old vacuum cleaners from the synagogue in it that were thrown away. And this one was just a pile of trash. And I let the grape grow up over it, just for shits and giggles. But yeah, they're trash, and then I just covered them with concrete.
So you filled in where, see, it's all now coming up to the...
Yeah, I filled in all the dirt, and then mostly what I did, and this is what I wanted them to see, mostly what I did was I cleaned it. I fixed it and I cleaned it. But then, because I hate to do something like this, and then you stand back and you go, well, it's cleaner, I did some extra stuff, so I'll show you. So I did this little area over here. I put that flower pot there, which from the other side you just see the rock. And now you can tell it's actually a toilet tank. I love to use toilet tanks. People are always throwing away toilets and toilet tanks, and they make excellent planters. And most of the time, like this one from the other side, which is the side people sit on, you can't tell it's a toilet tank. And when the irises grow up here again, you won't even be able to see it. And then I went and got a couple of little planters. I got this years ago, and it was all pink and pretty, and it was a little fairy and blah, blah, blah. And I've always used it for a butterfly waterer. Butterflies don't just drink water, they kind of have to get on wet mud. So you put some mud in there and you get it wet, you keep it wet, and the butterflies can drink. Well, it got all nasty looking, so months ago I took it and I spray painted it bronze. because I had some left over from something somebody threw away. And then it was way too bright and shiny, so this morning before I did this with it, I hit it with some black spray paint. But you can see it's just mostly today all I did was clean up them.
And you've got it running again.
And I've got the fountain running again. Now, like I said, the original waterfall over here fell down and went in when it was bigger. Then when I made it smaller, I had to make a new water feature. And basically, I went and got this concrete flower pot on sale. I think it cost me $10.
Probably.
I think it was $10.
That was
I got
high.
that, and I got it because it already had a hole in it to put the hose in. So I just put the hose in the back of it, and then I built up that little rock face there. And I had a planter there for a long time. I had a fern that I carried in and out. Then one year I got tired of carrying it in and out, and it froze, and that was the end of that. But it's just, this is what you can do just by cleaning up what you already have.
Yeah.
So, until next time, just make do.